2020 has been quite a year, and I hope you join me in bidding it a fond farewell. In this month's message, I want to share with you my journey that took me from someone who knew almost nothing about Judaism, except for maybe the foods to eat on holidays, to standing before you as president of Temple Beth El today. As I've shared before, 29 years ago, our family joined Temple Beth El. At that time, services were held at Shepherd of the Hills Church in Laguna Niguel. The temple offices were in a strip mall in Mission Viejo, and religious school was held at Niguel Hills Middle School. The office staff consisted of a secretary and a bookkeeper. The congregation was about 350 families. Temple Talk was a once-a-month paper newsletter mailed to your home, and there was no such thing as emails or cell phones. Our family joined so that our oldest son could start his Jewish education, and as for myself, I was pregnant with our third child and busy raising two young boys with my husband. I had no plan at all about how I might be involved other than making sure that my children went to religious school. I sat through my first High Holy Day services, clueless to the melodies and prayers I heard, some in English, some in Hebrew. It was a completely new experience to me. It was recommended to us to join something called a Havarah. We were matched with other families with young children like ourselves. One of our first get-togethers was Hanukkah. I watched and listened in wonder that everyone sang the same blessing over the candles in the same melody. I wondered, how did they know that? As time went on, we attended occasional Friday night services and were invited to bar or bat mitzvahs. I noticed that all prayers started with Baruch Atah Adonai, and I had no idea what followed those words and that there were different prayers for different occasions and different purposes. My own Jewish education started in baby steps when I signed up for family classes that were offered in religious school. I attended with my children, got to know other families, and learned about Jewish values, traditions, and history. One of my first volunteer positions was organizing room moms and creating phone trees by grade level. Yes, phone trees that were between everyone's landlines. Remember, there was no such thing as emails or cell phones yet. When my oldest son, Jeff, turned 10, it was a pivotal time for my Jewish journey. We had been members for 5 years, and I had fallen in love with everything I learned and experienced about being Jewish. In all my Jewish interactions, whether at temple with friends or with my husband's extended family, I felt welcomed and accepted. At the same time, the adult B'nai Mitzvah class was being offered at Temple Beth El, so I signed up with the intention of converting to Judaism and learning Hebrew in time for Jeff's bar mitzvah in 3 years from then. I studied with Rabbi Krauss and Cantor Shula for 18 months. In January 1997, I did a mikvah and a beit din for my conversion, and then I celebrated my bat mitzvah in March 1997. At the same time, I had noticed that while there were frequent requests for help at Temple Beth El, the level of responses was much less enthusiastic than I had seen in public school. I decided that while there's always plenty of help in public schools, I wanted to dedicate more of my time to the temple and demonstrate to my children how important their being Jewish was to be. You have often heard, the more you give, the more you get. I can really vouch for the truth of that. I have found that there are so many opportunities to volunteer and in the process make connections all over our community. Being a member of Temple Beth El has taught me so much about Judaism and the value of relationships. Being a part of this community has rewarded me with strong, meaningful friendships based on shared Jewish values and beliefs, with a rich variety of people of different ages, life stages, and backgrounds. What is the secret to all the treasures that I have found? It's simple. Just show up. Join us for Friday or Saturday Shabbat services. Join a committee. We've got plenty. Come to kibbutz and community on Friday night before services. Join Be Sisters or Men's Club. If you'd like to be part of a more personal interaction, Volunteer for our community caring calls or the Community Delivery Brigade by contacting our VP of Membership, Tamara Griffin. Make 2021 the year you stepped up and stepped in to Temple Beth El. Together, with you, we can all make Temple Beth El better. Together, we can and will make it happen. Wishing you and your family a wonderful, amazing 2021. Can't wait to see you soon. Happy New Year.